Humanitarian corridors within Ukraine have been set up in an attempt to allow hundreds of thousands of civilians to escape the fighting. One of those corridors is from Sumy in the northwest to Poltava, almost 200 kilometres to the south. In the past 3 days, 60,000 people, that's 1 in 5 of the population, have left Sumy. Our Eastern European correspondent Sarah Rainsford has been meeting some of them.
Sleeping peacefully at last after 15 days of fear. This little boy arrived from Sumy last night to a city where there are no bombs and no fighter jets. But the children here have brought their memories. Daniel's poem is all about enemies and occupiers and longing for peaceful skies. He and his mum escaped Sumy, squeezed into a car with strangers when the shooting was stopped for a few hours.
We walked over broken glass. We saw the ruined buildings, the bombing, the roofs ripped off. It was scary. That's why we're fleeing, running as far as possible from the shooting, trying to save our lives, and the children above all.
It's so Russia doesn't kill us, Daniel pipes up. He's 8 years old. Russia is trying to bomb his city into submission. Tens of thousands of civilians have now been evacuated, but Ukraine's soldiers are still resisting. And behind the lines, there's a giant support effort. The school that's now housing evacuees is also feeding hundreds of soldiers. Teachers and local residents all pitching in.
Now we are cooking for our soldiers so they can protect our homes, our children, our parents, our grandparents and our whole country.
Oh, just 2 weeks ago this was a normal school kitchen, but now all of this is being prepared to feed Ukrainian soldiers and people displaced by the fighting. The lady in charge here just told me she can't believe that they're doing this, but it's a massive collective effort to provide the food and to make it here at the school.
This classroom is now home for a family from Kharkiv, safe but stranded, with nowhere else to go. Svetlana talks of the terrifying sound of Russian fighter jets, but also of friends in Russia itself who tell her Ukraine provoked this war and who claim, even now, that no civilians are suffering. That really hurts, Svetlana says. Her niece's world has shrunk to this. It is safe for now, but Katya's learned that can be shattered in an instant. Sarah Rainsford, BBC News, Poltava.